Hello, Jane. This is John Semkutu. I greet you in the name of Jesus. Good morning. It is a Thursday morning. As you see, it is around 7:30 a.m. I'm at the Parliament of Uganda. We are having the Parliamentary Week this morning. It is at its closure, whereby Parliament opened its doors to the public and mainly to us, the lawyers, to come and have an experience of Parliament because most of us are inspiring for it. And now, because of that, we have what we call a Parliament debate today. We are going to sit in the chambers of Parliament and we are going to be adjudicating and we are going to be debating on matters concerning the budget that is yet to be passed in just a few months from now. I want to show you that this is very early in the morning and Parliament is widely open. We have very many stakeholders. We have the members of Parliament already in because the committees are taking place. We have security around, it's very tight. This is the tent where the public sits. When we look at the state, we have very many exhibitors. They are also there and they are also taking part in the debate. When we also further look, we have the main chamber. This is where we are going to enter from. For now, they are arranging the house for us as we prepare to get in. And just to take you adjacent here, you're going to realize that these are the different exhibition stalls that we have for all departments of Parliament. They are exhibiting what they do in Parliament. Remember, we have what we call a parliamentary commission. We have departments in Parliament, for example, the Public Communications Department. We have the one of Sergeant of Arms. So this is where they do their administration from, their exhibition from. They work in the main building, but because of this that is taking place, for example, if we can have a systematic look, we have the legal and legislative services. This is where they show what they do in Parliament. When we look here, we have the office of the leader of opposition, so the office of the leader of government business in Parliament, which is shared by the Right Honourable Prime Minister Ruhakana Rugunda and the Right Honourable Moses Ali. This is where they sit. When we continue, Jane, we see that this is the office of the Speaker and the office of the Deputy Speaker. These are their portraits. And photos, we have the Right Honourable Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, who is the Speaker of Parliament, and then we have Honourable Jacob Olanya, who is the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. So they are just trying to show us how their offices look like in such an exhibition. Further, when we go on, we have the library service, which is a public library open. All the hazards, all the debates that are debated, all videos and everything, they are found in the library service, and it's also on the building of Parliament. Jen, when we continue, we have the clerk is Parliament. The clerk is the technical head of Parliament. He prepares all the things that are going to be discussed in Parliament. He's the one in custody of preparing the bills that are going to be presented before the House. At the same time, the clerk is the custodian of Parliament. Further, when we continue, we have what we call the research department. It also has its role of researching the bills and so on and so forth. Dear Jen, when we continue, we have the office of the leader of opposition in Parliament. Now, the office of the leader of opposition in Parliament, it is the other side that opposes the government. And it's headed by Honorable Winnie Chiza. And just in a few hours from now, she will be taking on her seat. This is the Department of Information, Communication, and Technology. It is responsible for broadcasting whatsoever takes place in Parliament. Dear Jane, as we continue, this is the Department of the Official Report. If you want to get to know everything that happens in Parliament, if you want to get the official report of what was passed in Parliament, this is where you find it. Now, adjacent, we can see a screen. If the video can get it well, we can see a screen. They are trying to portray us that even what we do now, it can be able to see us. This is the Department of Finance that handles the finance, accounts, procurement, and everything that is concerned with Parliament. This is the budget office, and in this period we are in, it's very, very, very active because Parliament is yet to pass the 2018-2019 financial budget that allocates funds to all sectors in the next financial year. This is the Institute of Parliamentary Studies. It is responsible for grooming people who want to work together with Parliament and the best way in which they can accommodate and work on themselves. Dear judges, dear Jen, this is the pension department. It is also responsible for the pension, as you hear, of the members of Parliament. Therefore, when you look at this office, it is made bilateral for all those that have ever been MPs. It is very responsible for their outcry, very responsible for their welfare when they leave Parliament. This is the Department of Corporate Planning and Strategy. It is very, 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 very bilateral in making sure that it raises MPs that can think the right way to help our country. When we go on, this is the Department of Sergeant at Arms. It is very responsible for the security of the members of parliament within the House, and also very responsible for the security of the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, the Leader of Opposition, and all other stakeholders to parliament. When we see the portrait, this is the Sergeant at Arms. He's a very good man who has worked with parliament for some good time. Is the head of the Department of Sergeant at Arms. Right on my right is the Circle of Parliament. This is where they bring together all the funds that help them out, in the management of Parliament and their personal management. It is the Parliamentary Circle. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's only open to the members of Parliament and the staff to Parliament. When we continue, we have the Human Resource Department, which is responsible for recruitment. Whoever wants to work with Parliament, apart from the members that are directly elected by the people, the other staff to Parliament, this is the department that is responsible. On my right, we have the administration and transport logistics, safety of transport facilities within Parliament and outside Parliament for the members and all the staff to Parliament. When we look at adjacent, the people we see here are the people that are making sure that when the people arrive at 8:30, when the exhibition is going to start, they make sure that everything is in order. You can see the ladies around, they are very busy. These are all staff to Parliament. They are doing a very great work and a very great job within Parliament to make sure that we have, right here, the man you're seeing passing is called Mr. Peter Odeke. He's one of the men I have seen around every time we come to Parliament. He has a very, very good hospitality spirit, and I've seen him for the last 5 years, and every time I've visited Parliament, he's one of the men that has always been there to welcome us. Now, dear James, when we look here, this is the Crested Towers, and that is the apartment just adjacent to the Parliament of Uganda, and that is their lot. We have very many other companies and stakeholders exhibiting on this parliamentary week, which has been running from Sunday. We have the Bank of Uganda, it's also exhibiting. We have DFC Bank, it is also exhibiting. It's one of the banks we have in Uganda. I don't think we also have it in the UK, but this is one of the most capable banks that we have and highly performing. When we look, we also have other exhibitors. For example, we have the UPE Graduate Association. When we continue, we have the International University of East Africa. It is also exhibiting what it does. When we continue, we also have other clubs and other facilities. We have insurance companies like Sanlam. We have the Inter-University Leaders Forum, which I'm a member and I'm aspiring to be its president. It is also there. We are also exhibiting what we do. We have the Victoria University. It is also exhibiting. Dear Jane, when we further continue, we also have the Equity Bank. It is also one of the banks that continue in Uganda. It's also exhibiting what it does. When we continue, we also have Bank of Baroda. It is also here, and banks use this opportunity to get new customers, to open up accounts, and to also monitor their service and to also get feedback from their customers. We have the Standard Chartered Bank. It is also exhibiting. We have the German Trust Bank. It is also exhibiting. We have the UAP Insurance. It is also exhibiting what it does. Dear Jane, further when we continue, we have Kwase. It is a digital migration company. We also have Centenary Bank. It is also here exhibiting. Dear Jane, we also have GT Bank. It is also exhibiting what it does. When we continue, we also have Finance Trust Bank. And again, we also have Cavendish University. We realize that this parliamentary week is bringing together all stakeholders in the finance, education, governance, and other stakeholders in order to exhibit what we do. Just on my right, we have an African Bank. It is also there. As we realize at the entrance, very many cars are coming in, very many people are flocking in Parliament. When we look at the here, very many people are already gathered there, and I'm also part of them in order to exhibit and show exactly what we do. Dear Jane, this is DSTV. It's also a digital migration TV, and it originated from Europe, but it's also exhibiting what it does. We have the AAR. It is mainly responsible for healthy insurance. Star Times is also there. Dear Jane, the building I'm looking at is the main entrance to the Parliament of Uganda, and that is where the members of Parliament enter from, and all the other guests, visitors, and staff to Parliament. This is the main entrance, and when you look at it, we have a tight security there, and just on my right, these are the chairs that have been prepared for us that are visitors to Parliament. This is where we're going to sit before we get into the main chambers of Parliament in the afternoon to debate with the honourable members of Parliament and the public as well. This is where, and I think by 8, these chairs will be filled to capacity because they cannot accommodate the overflow that is going to get into Parliament, because this is the closing bit of it. And I don't know whether the UK Parliament is like this, but for the Ugandan Parliament, this is where they debate from. And just in a few hours we shall get inside and you will see how the chambers look like. You will see where the speaker sits in case the speaker is chairing the house. You will see where the deputy speaker sits in case he's the one chairing the house. You will see where the opposition sits. You will see where the government sits that are headed by the prime minister when they're in parliament. We shall also have a look at the pigeonholes. And as I told you, we had what we call a pigeonhole constitution that was put into the pigeonholes of members of parliament, that was just drafted by one man in 1967 when Mr. Honorable His Excellency President Milton Obote was the president. So we shall look at those different pigeonholes just before you get into the house. They are there. That the abrogation of the constitution was just placed inside there before it was passed the next morning. Now, when you look around, these are the people that are supposed to come, and when we can also project our cameras just from the entrance, there are very many government officials coming in, members of the public and members of parliament are also getting in. And we also have to realize that members of parliament are having a busy schedule because they are sitting in their different committees, welcoming different government departments, welcoming different stakeholders in order to come and defend their budget that is yet to be passed on the floor of Parliament, and that is the 2018-2019 national budget. And as we look, right now they cannot allow the public to get in because the members of Parliament are getting in because we have business that they are doing. But then, in just a few minutes, we shall also get the opportunity to get onto the floor of Parliament. When you look, this is what they have arranged for the public just before they get in. They're going to be taken around the visit of Parliament, and when we get inside the chamber, even before we get inside the chamber, we shall have a chance of going upstairs where we shall see the different departments where they are located. We shall also have a look of seeing exactly what is in Parliament. Now, to realize that we copied this from you, the people of the UK, because you are the people that colonized us, and then we got the parliamentary system and elevated it into Uganda. And that is why when you look at the chambers, even when you go up, you will look at the gallery and you will see that the first speaker, you will see that some of the staff and some of the speakers that have been to Parliament were originating from the UK, and we are using the legal UK system of administration and running of Parliament. Furthermore, when you look at this is the podium. This is the podium, and when you look at this podium, even inside the conference hall of Parliament, this is where they stand when they are not in the main house. It is what they use. This is different dignitaries. And we realize some of the members of Parliament, for example, if you can look, they are just from their fitness service, which they do every morning as they get to Parliament. So between 6 and 7 to 8, they do what we call the fitness service. They go for aerobics. And when you can look at them, just in the entrance, some of them are just from there. So they're going to refresh, get on, and get ready for business. Just before I rest, when you look at the different atmosphere, the different area, everything is at par. Everything is at place. But I want to tell you that it is a very, really good experience to be at Parliament. It's a very, very marvelous experience because it exposes us, it exposes the members of Parliament, it exposes the members of the public to what they expect from Parliament, what they expect to do in Parliament, and what they expect when they get into Parliament. If we can project our cameras, all these people you see are members of the public, including myself. These are not members of Parliament because the members of Parliament are already in. Most of them are from their fitness service, most of them are just coming in, most of them are already in the meetings because some of them invited delegates as early as 7 a.m. So most of them are already doing their business, and we expect and hope that just in a few minutes from now, just in a few hours from now, we shall be getting into Parliament and we shall be seeing exactly what happens on to the floor floor. Just because you didn't pass here, but when you do, we have what we call the Communications and Public Affairs Department. So every time we have visitors to Parliament, this is the department that is responsible for our welfare. They take us around Parliament, they show us everything that takes place in Parliament, they show us what we need to know about Parliament, they show us the history of Parliament, and that department called the Communications and Public Affairs Department is the one responsible. And I think in a few hours from now, we shall be speaking to the director of the Communication and Public Affairs Department of Parliament, and will be telling us the reason why they thought it is better to bring up what we call the Parliamentary Week. As we know, that in the last 5 months we have had a lot of tragedy in Parliament, fighting over and over and over again because of what we call the anti-age limit that was passed, which upended and removed the cap of 35 years for whoever wants to stand for presidency, and also uplifted or removed the age of 75 for whoever wants to stand for Parliament. We saw a lot of chaos in Parliament. The members of Parliament, especially from the opposition, they were fighting one another. But all in all, Parliament is now together, and that's why they were able at this week of the year in January to open up this parliamentary week to the public in order to come and see, to come and have a look, to come and have an experience of what exactly Parliament is. We have very many stakeholders here. Some of them are lawyers, some of them are from the Green Party, some of them are from the Workers' Party, some of them are from the Farmers' Party, some of them are from DP, NRM, the government side, and we have very many stakeholders. They have all come together in order to debate, in order to have a say of what exactly takes place in the town. Just to know that we should interrupt the security measures because it's not taking place right now. But I just want just to have an extent of the main auditorium of Parliament. This is exactly where we want to go. And you see, it is the main building. It has spent extensively very many years. When it is sitting here since the first Parliament, they have been sitting here. So this is exactly what happened. And this is exactly where we can take it from. And then to the other chambers of Parliament. I want to thank you. Thank you for paying my tuition. Thank you for exposing me to the world. Thank you for showing me how the world looks like. I want to say that because of all that I am, because of where I've got, because of what I've been able to dress this smart, this is all because of you. I cannot boast. I can't say my family has done anything. I cannot say I've done anything. I want to attribute everything to you. And I will say, I'll work very hard because this is where all policies pass from. And when I get into the house, as a member of Parliament, in just a few years from now, I know I can change the history, I can correct what has gone wrong in Uganda. But I want to dearly thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for paying my school fees. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for dressing me. You don't only pay the tuition, you take care of my food, you take care of my hostel, you take care of the way I dress, you take care of the way I feed, you take care of who I am, you take care of everything. You take care of everything. You have made me special, not only in my family, even in Uganda where I studied from, even in the entire village, everywhere. You have made me special. I want to thank you. I appreciate you. And when we get into Parliament, I'll be able to just make another recording, another video to show you what exactly is inside the Parliament of Uganda. Even when you get into the chambers of Parliament, where the original debate takes from, I'll also show you what exactly happened. Thank you very much, Jen. I love you. I love Gary and the rest of your family. God bless you.